Super Mario Bros. Is one of my favorite games and something I can play forever. I love the game, but of course not everyone likes the same things, even within the same genre. When it comes to old games, however, I constantly hear some people complain about how unfair they used to be. And then mixed in with various fair points are the annoying ones trying to hold decades-old games to modern standards, and even more annoying, less experienced players calling something trash because they suck at them. I was originally going to do some kind of review thing to try out my hand at it, but now it's turned into some sort of guide where I bitch a lot, so hopefully you laugh at me or something. I don't know. Quick little history lesson. The Famicom had been out for only a couple years, coming out in '83 in Japan. The thing launched with arcade ports and after that equally simple games. Things like pinball, sports games, light gun games, and more stuff you wouldn't find strange at the arcade. Mario 1 comes out and it's like an actual adventure. The game was made with the knowledge learned from the earlier Famicom games and was meant to be like a goodbye to cartridges because after this everything would be on the disc system. But then cartridges got cheaper, so they both continued to be produced. The newer Mario games have obviously advanced everything. We can triple jump, wall jump, twirl in the air to stall for airtime. Old Boy may seem super primitive, but Mario 1 was a huge improvement at the time. Mario's jump was basic as hell in Donkey Kong. All you could do was jump forward, jump backwards, and whatever this bullshit is. Here, Mario can actually slow down in midair and can either run or walk. I like how small Mario still walks like he did in Donkey Kong. Super Mario Bros. Is fun to go back to because its basics are fun. The game is like Wolfenstein 3D, very flat, not that many enemies, and your movement is, despite being better than Donkey Kong or Mario Bros., pretty damn simple. Mario 3 would be Doom. I played this on the Switch's NES Online thing using the NES controllers. Oh yeah, most of the gameplay is only in 480p because I didn't play on a normal HD TV. It was a CRT with HDMI on it. It's dead now. At least it's in 60 frames. Hopefully I'll convince at least a couple people to have a go at it because I think everyone's knowledge of this game ends at World 2. Which sucks because it's pretty fun. The story tells about the peaceful Mushroom Kingdom being invaded by the Koopa, a tribe of turtles famous for their black magic. The mushroom people were turned into stones, bricks, and even field horsehair plants. What the fuck is a field horsehair plant? This? Okay. You know, while I'm here, I want people to stop saying we're killing innocent toads because the manual here clearly states that the ones that give items are toads. Only Princess Toadstool, daughter of the Mushroom King, can reverse the spell. She has been kidnapped by the leader of the Koopa tribe, King Koopa. Mario, the hero of the story. Maybe? What? Okay, you know the drill from here. Make it a Bowser and rescue Peach. Toadstool. Oh! You know, I still probably would, though. Man, when I was little, I thought the demo messing up like this was meant my cartridge was bad. He's not supposed to just walk into the fucking pipe. He's supposed to go forward. Alright then, let's start. How many times have you seen this level? Most people know the basics. 100 coins gives you a 1-up. Power-ups are only the mushroom and fire flower, but getting a fire flower here doesn't instantly give you fire Mario. If you're big, you can break blocks, and Starmans make you invincible. If you want to get good at any game, understand your abilities and your enemies. Here you'll encounter Goombas and Green Koopa Troopas. In the manual, Goombas are listed as little Goombas, so where's the big ones? Koopas can be stomped into their shells, then you can kick them into other enemies. The manual calls this the bulldozer attack. Jump, hit blocks, and don't die. Seriously though, remember to hit blocks, you'll find some good stuff. There are also 10 1-ups hidden throughout the game. Some obvious, others I don't know how the hell you were supposed to know they were there. Like the first one here. Pipes sometimes have goodies in them, the first one being a shortcut to the end of the level. While this isn't a super hard game, it is a bit of a challenge. Remember to get coins. You are going to need coins. Underground levels tend to be more cramped. How many of you knew about these blocks? You only know because of Smash Bros. Brawl, don't lie. Here's the next one up. Sometimes it jumps and I don't know how that works. Here are also piranha plants. They go up and down and have a ridiculously tiny hitbox. Literally only the stem. In general, hitboxes are kind of weird, even the way they work. Speedrunners gotta deal with people in their comments constantly accusing them of cheating. It's always something like, oh, hey, no, this guy's cheating. He's using God mode. He's using hacks because I jumped over the plant too and I died. You can't do that. Oh, man, you played on the Game Boy. Shut up. One thing about these brick blocks with coins, they're timed, so you'll only get the most amount of coins if you continuously hit them. Wait a minute. One coin can make all the difference. If you hold A, B, and forward as you come out of a pipe, you'll jump and then land like this. Oh, wait. Dude. For real, God damn it. I can do minus. Son of a bitch. Fuck it, I'm out. Behold, the most useless friggin' enemy.
Super Mario Bros. Doesn't have vertical scrolling, so implying height was the only way of getting any sense of being really high up. I don't know what these are. Are these trees? Yeah, they're trees. Okay, I never knew that. These stages kind of play off your fear of heights. These guys, Koopa Paratroopers, are kind of weird. Red ones only go up and down, but the green ones either jump or fly left and right. You barely ever see the ones that go left and right. Every third level of a world, with the exception of World 8, is an athletic stage, and every coin counts in these. Getting all the coins in these levels triggers a hidden 1-up in the next world. Here, you gotta get 22. At the end of every world is a castle. This first one's really simple and has most things shut off. See these blocks? They're not on. You'll be back. Your biggest threat here are the fire bars. They do exactly what they look like. They spin. Why are these blocks here? The hardest part about these levels, I feel, is the random Bowser fire that starts flying at you once you get close enough. Ah, damn, I didn't get it. Okay, you'll see later. World 2 starts off like when Pac-Man makes the power pellets start working for one stage, and then you go back to increased difficulty where it basically does nothing. Here's something. You can jump in the air if you press and hold jump while falling and landing on a power-up. And here's the World 2 1-up. Getting blocks yet, scrub? Back there in early development, Mario was supposed to ride a cloud and shoot fireballs, and apparently this is a remnant of that. If you're cool enough, you can get the last 3 coins here as Small Mario. Here's another block I'm sure most people don't know about. If you're big, you're gonna have to do this. Maybe I exaggerated the difficulty of the rest of the world. This is actually the only underwater level layout. 7-2 later on is the exact same thing, just a bit harder. Underwater levels are the most random since they always change the cheeps, but it doesn't really matter. Bloopers are the real enemy. Excuse me, bloober. Sometimes simply looking at them makes them swim away, sometimes they don't care. I don't know what triggers this. Just get the hell away from me. Also, holes underwater try to suck you in and the coins are bait, so don't die. What's kind of funny is that bloopers actually don't go low enough for their hitbox to touch you. And you can't do this in the European version, because apparently they actually fixed this. I don't really have much to say about cheeps. They don't really do anything special in this game. All they do is swim forward. They somewhat go up and down. The red ones are faster. That's really all they do. Just don't get caught in a position where one of them's about to whack you and there's one above you, so you can't move or something. There's really not much to say. It's a fish. If you game over to this stage, remember you can continue by holding down A while you hit start on the title screen. Now then, run. There's coins and gaps and 1 power-up. Get what you need, just don't die. But if you really want the 1-up, get them coins. Worst thing is when one kamikazes into you and fucks up your flow. You get a power-up near the start of the next castle anyway. Whatever, go. Another easy castle. Now with Potaboos. Potaboo. What's a Potaboo? These things. They call them lava bubbles now. They've also been called Sparkies, Spark Spooks, and Bubbles. These all sound like fucking slurs. When I was little, I misread the wiki and called them Poodavoodoo. Sounds better to me. Again, no enemies, just a fake Bowser. Nintendo made an accident a feature, so all the Bowsers before World 8 are actually enemies using black magic to disguise themselves as Bowser. As for why these little mushroom dudes are here, they're called mushroom retainers in this game. They are members of the princess's court, so I guess they were important enough to be kidnapped. That one level people know for the 1-up trick, but fuck that, check out this Mario face. I don't know if it's intentional, but my cousin mentioned this once and I always do this now. I won't do the 1-up trick here, but I'll take this one. Right here is a star. Right in front of it is the level checkpoint. Nowadays you have a clear indication that you passed a checkpoint or triggered it, but here it was just somewhere near the center of the stage. If you died after this, and you probably will if it's your first time, you won't have access to that star and you'll have to deal with these guys.
They're the most dangerous enemies simply because of their strategy of throwing a shitload of hammers and jumping everywhere. Your best bet is to get under the arc of their hammer, and when you see daylight, run. Or you can bonk them from underneath, I don't know. Honestly, this is probably the hardest incarnation of the Hammer Brothers. Wait, I know how to get tips on the Hammer Bros.
Sooner or later, you're going to need some tips from the pros. For instance, two of the baddest of the bad guys are the Hammer Brothers, but you can outwit them.
When you're in level 3-1, there's going to be a spot about halfway through where you're going to run into the Hammer Brothers. Head to the right a little bit. There's going to be two sets of 3 bricks right on top of each other. Hit the brick on the right-hand side, and a beanstalk will appear. You'll end up in the sky world, and you can collect a whole ton of coins.
That didn't help at all. I don't think it's his fault. They probably asked the dude for random Mario tips. Thanks for the beanstalk, though. Coins, coins. Next. This stage is set up for you to use Koopas to kill everything. Weird thing about this is that while the game remembers that you kicked the shell off screen, it doesn't load the enemies that haven't appeared off screen, so you might think that the shell despawned, and then you hear a bump, and the fucker comes right back and hits you. The manual actually mentions this. Because the screen moves from left to right, there are enemies off the edge of the screen that can't be seen. You can't kill enemies you can't see by sending a shell off the screen after them. Why not? Maybe they jump over the enemy when Mario isn't looking. Strangely enough, however, if a kick shell bumps into a pipe off the screen, it comes ricocheting back at Mario. You can go so fast, things just flat out don't load in, and then you don't have a platform to land on if you're on one of those athletic stages. Okay, see here, I should have gone to 1-up and I unloaded the damn enemy. Oh well. Oh yeah, your lives do this once they go past 10. You can have up to 127 lives actually, but the game doesn't cap it at 127. What ends up happening is that anything past that results in an integer overflow, and any death will result in a game over. Yeah, I'm just gonna fly through this. The stage doesn't have much to talk about, just do it. Again, no enemies. 1 power up, just more fire. I have nothing to say here, just end it. Yeah, okay, that's acceptable. Here's Lakitu, a turtle with glasses constantly throwing spiny eggs down. Hey, you're smart. Can you jump on that thing with spikes? Shut up. Lakitu, or Lakitu, however you want to say it, never runs out of spinies and doesn't give up until he gives up. But he does come back if he's defeated. The stage is a bunch of distractions to get you to stop long enough for the screen to have so many spinies you have to take a hit. Another 1-up. If you think Lakitu's too easy, you can fix him. He was supposed to throw spinies like this. Kinda like how he did in Mario 3, where he takes your position and speed into account, but due to a bug, he just flat out doesn't. Wait a minute, you may be wondering, why is the sky blue in this clip? What the hell's going on? Well, if you've ever played the game and the sky was blue, you've been experiencing this game incorrectly. According to Miyamoto, he wanted the sky to be purplish. Since people would say that games would make one's eyes weak, everybody was fixated on making the backdrop black. But the thing is that I wanted to do something different from that. This is how I came up with this game in which those big characters would run around in a wide space under a blue sky. The theme of Super Mario Bros. Was the blue sky. At the time, you could only have about 3 colors for the blue sky on the family computer. It took me a while to decide which one I would use, and eventually I picked the purplish one. I felt that purple had the depth of nature. I was really into that. If you've ever played this game on an emulator, and the sky was not purple, then it's wrong. Here's a challenge for you. Go around this block and get the power up this smooth. Here's that level with the warp to World 8, but first, you've been jumping for a while now, how good are you at it? Speaking of getting good, I have a couple clips of a friend trying his hand at this game. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck were you going for? What?
Pussy destroyer.
Alright, that's enough of that. What were you doing? Alright, yeah, back into this. Here's another block most people probably don't know about. Power up, and here's where the warp to world 6, 7, and 8 is. Don't hit this block because then you're boned. Missed some stuff here, but it's okay. There's a star right here, guarded by a buzzy beetle. Buzzy beetles are immune to fireballs and don't have any indication of coming out of their shells. They just start walking again in this game. If you defeated Bowser in World 3, you would have seen one earlier. Excuse me, bitch? The warp to World 5 is over the pipe over here. Another athletic stage. But now on tall mushrooms. I always try to make this jump and I usually fuck it up. I can't get this. Like that. Come to think of it, I guess the coins are placed like this to show you they're more important than usual, actually. 4-4 is a puzzle castle. You have to go through the correct path to advance. I know people don't like this, but I mean, you have 400 seconds and there aren't many paths to take at least. The worst part of these is that they're still kinda janky. If you jump repeatedly, the game won't accept that you went through the correct path. I guess you mess up where the game thinks you are. Bowser's pretty decently guarded here for a castle with 0 power-ups. A Podoboo and a fire bar. Also, trust me, this is neat. Halfway through the game now. Only 4 more 5-1 has no mushrooms. Mike, please, I swear I'm good. Bitch! Why was this so controversial? Only a single star and that one up. Oh no. I didn't even get the fucking one up from kicking this shell because some of the enemies didn't load. Well, at least I have coins. I should mention the turtle cannons. Nowadays they're called build blasters. They apparently don't shoot if you stand directly in front of it. I like the thought that somebody stood in front of this thing that shoots huge bullets to test that. I never mentioned how World 5 is completely covered in snow. Bullet bills aren't exactly the hardest thing to comprehend. They just go forward after being shot out from the cannon. I will say they have a cooler name in Japan. Killer. Ignore that. Just this whole situation is some shit. That mushroom probably wasn't discovered by most people at all. So what do you do if you don't want to take a hit? Well, Hammer Bros eventually say fuck it and start walking towards you. There's this underwater bonus room which is actually kind of dangerous, but you skip another Hammer Brother if you do it. You also skip a whole coin heaven by doing this. Both don't load these Hammer Brothers. Kinda weird. No fireball sprite, so he grows for like a split second. It's weird. Also, I can't break blocks right now, and to line up shots, I have to remember the fireballs appear from above my head. Hey, remember 1-3? Well, here's some bullets at random. Oh no, I'm big again. What an inconvenience. In this game, you can't kick a shell into a bullet bill. It won't work. Every platform is tiny now. 5-4 is just 2-4. But also, big-ass firebar. Still a mushroom here though, so that's nice. Every firebar is now active, and there are 4 more Podoboos. Only one of those is actually guarding Bowser here though. Oh shit, check this out. The block a firebar is on doesn't save you from touching it, so when I let go from crouching here. This is the last time Bowser will be this easy. Back to nighttime and it's you again. Just like the previous encounter, we have more distractions to play with, but also like 4 times it feels like the game tries to make you think it's the end of the level. There's like 4 staircases and the most useless hidden blocks. I didn't hit them, but they're there. They only exist, I think, if you want to hit him. I mean, sure, but it's gonna come back. There's how many staircases already? 6-2. Oh man, this one's kind of long and has 4 sub-areas. 2 undergrounds, an underwater, and a coin heaven. Again though, if you go for the underwater section, you skip the coin heaven. Now because the game's kind of weird when it comes to loading things, you're probably not going to see all of these, but this level has 4 Goombas, a green Koopa, 2 green Paratroopas, 4 Buzzy Beetles, and 28 goddamn Piranha Plants. Every pipe in the overworld. One's in the goddamn staircase. Get out of there. This level is black and white.
No placed enemies, just a bunch of jumps and endless bullet bills once you hit the halfway mark. One mushroom. I gotta say, this here has probably freaked so many people the fuck out since they all instantly start falling. First castle, but hard. And Bowser throws a million hammers. You're lagging the goddamn game. The game actually can't load a hitbox for every hammer, so if you're lucky, you'll go right through them. Hey buddy, you like bullets? Are you good yet? Radical. Oh, fucking what? Ah. It was there if you wanted to know. Underwater again. More bloopers. There's supposed to be 14, but one's in the wall and apparently never spawns in. 7-3. 35 coins. Now there's Koopas. Fuck. Next. A puzzle castle. And done. This is the longest level in the entire game. You have 300 seconds to do all of this. It's not even that hard, it's just long as hell. You hold B, right? You're not one of those guys that just walks the entire game, right? I missed one goddamn coin again. Whatever, I'm at 99. I always do this right here. Oh boy, it's that jump. It's that one jump. You know, you can say this jump is bullshit and unfair, but this is a game where you run and jump, and this is stage 29 out of 32. I can't even be supportive here. Dude, please get good. Right off the bat, you better understand this situation. A staircase with a gap. 2 bouncy boys. This prick who only exists for this one screen. There's a 1-up right here. Now, the average player will understand the situation. It's up there. So all I have to do is follow it and then catch it. A smarter player would attempt to break the blocks next to it, but me.
I'm too intelligent for this shit, man. I am the real deal, fool. I'm a motherfucking genius.
We got this bullet hell right here, but if you take the high ground, you should be fine. Another tough jump. Easiest way to do this, if you're not confident, is just rushing into it, running off this pipe at full speed, and you'll land here and can jump off here. Coins, Goombas, bullets, Koopa. This stage is unique in that it's the only one that uses castle walls for the background. You're supposed to be right outside the final castle walls. It's a neat detail. The layout of this stage is like Hammer Bros, 2 at a time, so you do the same thing twice. There are 8 Hammer Bros. You might think you're screwed here, but there's actually 2 power-ups. They're hidden in these blocks. The end has this coin block hidden in plain sight right here because it blends into the background. But in the Super Nintendo version, because they added an actual background... I am so sorry. Damn, 88. I guess I don't really need another 1-up though. Oh boy, the final frontier. 8-4. This stage is another puzzle, but again, it's not that hard. Process of elimination, just like all the others. This coin block, though, I don't know how you're supposed to know that it was here. Wait a minute. Might be able to get that 1-up. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Come on, you fucker. Speedrun tactics. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Milady, can you spare a coin? A new quest. If you're cool enough, you can do it all over again, but every enemy walks faster, all the Goombas are now Buzzy Beetles, lifts are all small, and any level with a harder counterpart is just the harder counterpart. In the end, it's a fun game. I say everyone should play it, and nowadays, since everything has some way of making a save state or rewind, you can play them even if you suck. I hope this was at least somewhat entertaining to watch because I've never made a video like this, and I might start making more videos where I bitch about other shit that doesn't matter and flex my autism all over your face. I know nothing of the YouTube game, and I don't know how else to end the video, so... Later.